name's Katie. I've been a preschool teacher for many years. Every day I work with the children to help them with their cognitive skills, their physical skills, and social skills. So one of those social skills being conflict resolution. So today I'm going to go over conflict resolution training for children. So I'd like to introduce you to a scenario. These boys are arguing over these blocks. I'd like to ask what you would do in this situation to help these children through their conflict. And I'm going to come back to this towards the end to see if your ideas have changed at all. So today I'm going to go over when conflict resolution should begin, what we need to do to teach those, why do we need to teach children conflict resolution, and go over some strategies for conflict resolution. So we want it to start early. If it's not worked on when children are young, it's going to be harder for them to learn later on. We want it to start as soon as children are in social situations with their peers. In an interview with Nicole Sterling, a teacher from Kahakai Elementary School, when she was asked what she sees when children have not yet worked towards conflict resolution, she says that she sees more of those children being physical, impulsive, and less aware of those around them. We want conflict resolution to continue through adulthood. So it needs to begin early so that it can be worked on. We all deal with conflict at some time, and it stays with us throughout our life. So we want it to be consistent. It's going to take time, and it's going to take practice. Conflict resolution is going to depend on an individual's development, culture, and their personalities, and how that they are able to handle that conflict. So today I'm just going to focus on early childhood conflict resolution. So why do we want to teach young children conflict resolution? We want them to be problem solvers, and we want them to be independent. If adults solve problems for children, they're not going to learn the skills needed so that they can do it on their own, nor are they going to be motivated to do so. In the book, Who Am I in the Lives of Children, it says you cannot teach children to think by telling them what to do. So we want them to be able to work out their own problems so that they can learn from it and be able to do it, use that when they're older. A lot of times in the schools, a lot of time is spent on conflict resolution by the teacher, which means a lot of class time taken away. So if we teach the children early to be able to do that on their own, then it benefits the children so that they can get the most out of their school time. A lot of the young children don't have the words yet to express their feelings. They don't understand what's going on yet. So we want to teach conflict resolution so that they can express their own feelings and understand those. And a lot of times conflict is accompanied by anger. We want to teach children that it's okay to be angry, but there's a way to calm down from that anger and to deal with that anger so that it doesn't hurt others, and that they can have successful conflict resolution. So some of the strategies that we would use in preschool is that as adults and teachers, we want to model the expected behavior. We're going to show the children how to effectively resolve conflict. We can do that. We can integrate that into our curriculum and into our lessons. Some examples are puppets. We could role play with puppets so that the children could see a fun way to solve their own problems. There's a lot of books out there that can help the children to learn all the steps needed to solve conflict. And then we're going to use any of the teachable moments through the day. If there's a conflict that arises during the class, we're going to use that as a group discussion and help the kids to understand the correct ways to deal with conflict. As teachers, we're also just going to be proactive in the first place and prevent conflict from happening. By doing that, we're going to make sure, in doing that, we want to make sure that there's enough toys for more than one child to play with. And we offer toys that are cooperative and turn-taking toys and games so that they're able to work together on those. We want to label emotions for children. We want them to understand what it means and what feelings are. So we're going to help them to label those so that they can use those to express themselves when they're in conflict. And then they also need to be able to interpret others' emotions, see something from somebody else's point of view, and understand that our friends have feelings too. So one of those ways that we can do that by introducing some activities. This here is from the Center on the Social and Emotional Foundation of Early Learning website. And this could be introduced at the beginning of our day to see how the kids are feeling when they come into school, and then we could talk about it. So what we want to do as teachers also is just to watch the children at first and not interfere in their conflict. We want to see if they're able to handle the situation on their own and how they're going to do that. If a child's in harm's way, we will step in. And we will step in if the children need guidance or coaching. And in doing that, we're going to help the children to calm down. We don't want them to be angry when they work out their conflict, so we're going to find strategies to help them to calm down. We want any of the people that are involved in conflict to speak to each other. We encourage language. We encourage them to use their words, not their hands. And we're going to help them, and we're going to make them think and ask open-ended questions so that we're having them problem solve, and they're going to come up with their own solutions. And we as teachers are just mediators so that we can help them to get to a solution and stick to a solution. And a big part of conflict resolution is listening. We want to make sure that we're teaching active listening to the children. A lot of the times when we're in conflict, we're busy preparing defense rather than actually listening to the other person's side of the story. So we're going to help the children just to become active listeners. Here's another technique from that same website. This is a story that can help the children learn to calm themselves down, and teaches techniques that we could use as teachers to help them to do that too, so that they're able to then go on to the next step in solving their problems. So this could also be used. We would have these cards available to the children, and we would give these to them if they need help to solve their problems as solution. That would give them solutions that they could pick one that would work for their situation. So in conclusion, conflict resolution needs to start early. It's going to help teach problem solving and independence to young children, and it works with many different strategies all the way from young early childhood all the way to till children are growing and adolescents. They're available to teachers and to parents. So I'm going to bring you again back to the situation with the two boys and ask you again, what would you do? Thank you.